Welcome everyone to another JMPR miniature gaming review. Today we are looking at the Imperial Offers resin expansion for the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. Hopefully if you watched the last video of the Stormcloak Chieftains, you'll know what to expect. We're going to do something similar. Take a look in the box, take a look at the pieces, build them up, take a look at them built. Hopefully no broken ones in this one. The joy of live or filming something you haven't looked at yet. And then we're going to take a look at the cards and talk about the characters themselves. So let's open this one up and see what we get. Classic baggie full of pieces. That's any immediate broken pieces. Right, let's get the bases separated. Oh, some of these actually have bits of the model on them. Okay, just to call it now, the bases already look cooler than the Stormcloak ones. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the coolest model. The headsman is what looks like just a one-piece model, and he is insane. That's an absolutely awesome looking model. Obviously needs cleaning up, but absolutely love that model. And his base as well, with the chopping block on it. Yep, absolutely love it. And we have the Imperial Commander, Captain, not sure whatever they've called him in this. I think it's just the Imperial Commander. I'll double check on it. Sword needs just a bit of reshaping, but we'll sort that out. No, it could be a she actually. Yeah, it's a she. Nice details. I definitely really enjoyed painting up the Imperial models from the other sets, so this one will be good as well. And then you've got her base and shield on here as well. Who next? Let's go for the other mage. So I think this is the Priestess of Arcay. Was she in the last set? Let's have a look at the box. Nope, I was right, Priestess of Arcay. I'm still not sure about getting their wizard characters right. I still think the best wizard was the one from the Imperial one from the first lot. She's kind of like thrusting out the spell. Better than the other two, the priest from the last set and the mage from the adventurers box, which was, I don't know. I still think it's partly the paint job on that, but yeah, this is nice. I think it'll look better once it's built. Her base is not that one. It's that one. It's like on some hay. Actually focusing on it. Yeah, looks like it's on like a hay bale. Chief Legate Ricky. Totally said that wrong. I know I did. Legate Ricky. Yeah. I thought the sword was broken. The sword's come away from its support, but it's fine. Holding the helmet there as well. On the other hand, that's a cool pose. I like that. She's also got a shield that goes on her base, which is this one here. A round shield, just props up on the base, just in there. It's a nice touch, quite like that. And finally, we have General Talis himself, pointing as all good commanders should be. Has his hand broken off? His hand has broken off. So there we go. Both leaders from both box sets have been broken in some way. that's a slightly more difficult fix, but, well, no it's not. It's very flat actually. It will go on very easily. Okay, well, yeah, his leg is separate on this model as well, just to point out, and he has a base back here as well. I wonder if the numbering has anything to do with design, because you've got some quite varied numbers in this. You've got 39, 40, and then 69, 70, and 71. Cool, right, well, that's all the bits, and the one extra bit with Talis' hand. So I'm going to go and build these ones up, and then we'll come back and take a look. Okay, and here we are all done and built. We had no real issues building them. The only one that needed any major cleanup was Legate Ricky. Everyone else went together really nicely. Not a huge amount of cleaning up to do, apart from the flash and stuff, but no real mold lines, not like on the Stormcloak set. Talis' hand has gone on fine. Not sure it's exactly the right position for it, but it looks fine and it went together nice and smoothly. I would like to point out that obviously I'm happy just fixing these guys when they come broken. Obviously if it was a missing part or it was irreparable, I'd probably be contacting the customer support. But if any of you have any similar issues and you're not happy putting things back together like that, they are expensive models. It's 35 quid for 5 guys. It's not cheap. So you definitely, if you feel like don't feel like you shouldn't contact the support and get a replacement sent out. I've not had any dealings with Modiphius support, but I'm sure they're good guys, just like most of the other companies out there that make models. These things do happen. On that, I would say mainly it's down to the way they package the miniatures. All the pieces are just chucked in a baggie. I'm going to say chucked, placed in a baggie and then put into your bubble wrap and then put in a box. So they're not individually packaged. That's probably part of the issue when this stuff's arriving broken. But it's 2 models out of the 30 odd we've had now, so I'm not going to complain too much. Now let's have a look at these miniatures. I haven't trained a sword yet, but this is the Imperial Commander. It's a cool pose, challenging someone. Nice chunky shield. I have glued it on. Some people would prefer to paint it without. I'm too lazy for that. My painting's not good enough to really worry too much of whether the shield's on or off when I paint them, and it's kind of out of the way anyway. It doesn't cover too much. We've got the Priestess. I actually do definitely like this model better now it's built than I did before. Sort of throwing a... I need to figure out what spell it is. The box looks like it's some ice spell, but nice details on the robes. It should be a fairly easy one to paint, that one actually. Oh no, I'm going to save him because he's literally my favourite model I think they've done so far. So Talis, typical sort of commander's pose. Just telling others what to do. We've got Riki here. I haven't glued the shield on. Just that is for ease of painting because it does cover one of her legs. Really nice pose actually. I really like this model. Very impressed with what they've done with her there. I can just sit back in there for now. And it's just so good. So good. Love the executioner, or headsman, sorry. I don't know why this model in particular. I just really like it. I'm hoping he's good in the game as well because I really want to use him. I'll use him anyway because he's cool. You can probably get away with using him as a townsfolk person as well. So on to having a look at their cards now. We'll start with the captain. So we have the Imperial Captain, Garrison Commander. She is an Imperial, nothing else. She is Imperial. She is Path of Might. Her perk is Invulnerable. Her keywords are Imperial Luck, and she has a special rule, No Mercy. This model and friendly Imperial Legion followers within 3 modify their attack skill roll by -1 when targeting enemies with 2 health or less. Okay, so they really like finishing people off. That's brutal. She's 4 health, 4 stamina, no magic, 2 height, and a cost of 48. So pricey, but not crazy pricey. And decent stat line there, 4/4. Obviously no magic. Strength 4, single-handed and shield. Agility 3 with a bow. Endurance 5 with heavy armor. Intelligence 3, Wisdom 5 with speechcraft. So, yeah, a really solid card there. And then obviously she's got her perks. So the Imperial Luck is once per game before on the skill dice, declare the use of this ability to automatically score 1 on the test. So just roll a 1 straight up. And Invulnerable as well. Invulnerable is when this model has heavy armor equipped to the body slot, it may spend its ready token as soon as it's attacked to add a black dice to the armor rating for the remainder of the round. Very cool. On the inspired side, gains a health, gains a strength, gains a wisdom. The endurance was 5 anyway. Yeah. Also gains defensive posture. Which is not on my list. Where is it? Huh. I assumed it would be a heavy armor skill. It's not. Oh, it's a one-handed skill. There we go. So when equipped with a one-handed weapon and successfully hit by an enemy, a melee attack, this model may use 1 stamina to force the attacker to re-roll the skill test. Well, that's very good. That is very good. Okay, she's a very solid, unnamed hero. Who have we got next? So let's do the Priestess. Let's do the Priestess. So we have the Priestess of RK. She is an Imperial. She is sorcery. She is neutral and Imperial. She has regeneration and restoration mastery. She has the keywords of Cure Disease and Imperial Luck. She has only 3 health, 2 stamina, 4 magicka, decent. Cost of 44. Seems good. Only 2 strength with one-handed, 3 agility with the lockpick. Sneak. What's the snake? Sneak. Yeah, that's not lockpick. Lockpick's actually a lockpick. Endurance 4, intelligence 4, wisdom 5 with restoration and speechcraft. So, keywords there. Cure Disease. Which is, we had that last time. That's something about removing something. Special action, remove any disease diminishing effect card currently assigned to a friendly model within 3 and line of sight. And the restoration mastery. Is something about oh no, wait, that's a perk, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. That's why I'm in the wrong bit. We know what Imperial Luck does. Restoration Mastery, add green to all restorative skill tests, and regeneration, any restoration spell cast by this model restores health, restores an extra yellow dice of health to the target. So another solid healer actually. I would say better than the whatever his face was from the Stormcloak set. Although he wasn't necessarily just a healer, but Yeah. Oh, inspired side, she gains an extra stamina, an extra magicka, an extra agility, four, 5, 5, 4, 4. Wait, what? 2, 4, 4, 5, 5, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, she gains extra intelligence as well. That's what I couldn't figure out. And she also gains recovery, which has a special action. This model may restore red dice worth of magicka. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, I didn't read out her special ability either. Does she have it on that side? No, so she doesn't have it on that side. She gains a special ability. As a special action, the Priestess and each friendly model within 3 may take the Endurance attribute test, and if successful, they restore 1 health point lost earlier in the battle. Ooh, group heal. Nice. Okay, well, she's very good. Yeah, big fan of the Priestess of Arcade there. And the model grew on me as I built it, so. Okay, so here we go. Imperial Headsman, be good, be good, be good. Imperial Might, Imperial only. Devastating Blow and Imperial Luck. We know what Imperial Luck does. Only 3 health, 2 stamina. But only 34, so cheap. 5 strength, which is good, with 2-handed weapons. Agility 2, not surprised there. Endurance 4 with light armor. Intelligence 2 and Wisdom 3. So not the best stat line. He's got the Devastating Blow perk, which is the 2-handed. Is it 2-handed? Something to do with 2-handed weapons. I'm sure we had it the other day. Of course, I can never find it when I need it. Huh. Devastating Blow. Why can't I find that? And this is why you should always... Oh, I found it. Oh, I thought these were alphabetical. They're not. Devastating Blow. When this model scores a critical hit in melee with a 2-handed weapon, it gains a bonus yellow in addition to the black dice. Okay, so not great, but not bad. Or, you know, if you roll that crit, you'll never see me do that. Inspired, gains a stamina, gains a strength, gains an endurance. Okay, so he just beefs up what he's good at, and was just hitting stuff and, you know, hopefully taking a hit. And then gains intimidation, which is special action. You can become terrifying until the end of the round. Not as amazing as I was hoping he would be, but he seems very solid, and obviously you can buff him up with various things. And he's only 34 cost, so he's, you know, a bit cheaper than some other characters that we've seen. So definitely worth a take. And Legate Riki, Chief Legate. She is a Nord. She is Path of Might. Her perks are Constitution, Defensive Posture, and Quick Reflexes. Her keyword is Resistance to Frost, which is the Nord one. She has a special ability, Master Tactician. When Riki performs a ready action, up to 2 friendly fighters for 2 friendly followers within 3 and line of sight that have not performed a melee attack action or shoot during the round may receive a ready token. Health 4, Stamina 3, 2 height, 68 cost. 4 with single, double, and shield. Nice options there. Agility 4 with bow. Endurance 5 with light and heavy armor. Intelligence 4, Wisdom 5 with Speechcraft. So it looks like a nice all-rounder. Cost of 68, it's quite pricey. Perks, however. So she's got endurance, which is no, it's not endurance, it's Constitution. God, I need to learn to read. So that's the heavy armor skill. While it has heavy armor equipped to its body slot, this model may take a heavy armor skill test as a special action. If it's passed, it may restore a point of might, health, stamina, or magicka. That's cool. Defensive posture. That was the single-handed weapon one, wasn't it? Yeah. So if successfully attacked, you can spend a stamina to make them re-roll the skill test. And quick reflexes. Could be anywhere. Quick reflexes is each time this model spends a block token, as long as it is not incapacitated, it may take a block skill test, and if successful, the block token is not removed and may be used again. That's very good. Inspired, we gain a health. Gain an intelligence. 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, and a strength. Nothing else changes there. Nothing changes there. Also gains the critical charge, which is the one-hand version of great critical charge. So if this model performs a melee attack action after performing a move action in the same activation, it adds a red to the attack roll. So that's good. So yeah, very, very solid character. Good options, can multitask with pretty much any weapon type, any armor type. So you can equip her kind of any way you want, but you pretty much want to have heavy armor because of the constitution, and you're pretty much going to want the one-handed weapon because of defensive posture, and pretty much a shield with quick reflexes. So obviously you can equip her with multiple weapons, have it in the bag and things, so you can always swap out, but she's definitely mainly a one-handed fighter with the heavy armor if you want to make best use of her perks. But again, a very interesting addition. 68 cost is quite expensive, but not the most expensive as we've seen. So finally we come to Talis. Can he stand up to Ulfric in a fight? Probably not. Looking at the card, he's definitely not a fighter. He is obviously Imperial, he's Path of Might. He's just Imperial. He has Persuasion, Puncture and Revitalize. He has Born Leader and Imperial Luck. We know Born Leader is the one where he has to be the leader of the faction. General of the Legion, choose one friendly Imperial Legion model at the start of the game. That model gains the Bodyguard keyword for the duration of the game. In addition, when Talis performs the Rally command action, it affects followers within 6 and line of sight instead of just 1. Sorry, all followers within 6 and line of sight instead of just 1. Health of 5, Stamina of 3, cost of 74. He's 3 with single-handed shield, 3 with bow, 5 with heavy armor, 5 intelligence, and wisdom is 6 with speechcraft. So he's a support character. You're definitely not going to want him on the front lines. He can obviously give a character the bodyguard role, which basically means as long as this model is unengaged and standing, if the party champion is within 3 in line of sight of this model and is targeted by a ranged attack, this model may choose to become the target of the attack, even if they were not in range or line of sight. In addition, if he's standing within 3 inches when an enemy completes a move action engaged with the party champion, it must perform a free out-of-sequence move action, even if it's already activated this round. This special move follows all the rules for normal move actions, but must be towards the engaged enemy by the shortest possible route. If possible, this move must end in contact with the engaged enemy. Once completed, player returns to the usual sequence. So, pretty good to be able to give someone that bodyguard rule as a freebie. Although, well, I guess you are paying for it because he's quite an expensive character. And then we're looking at his other skills there. Persuasion may perform the rally command action even if he's not the party champion, but he's pretty much always going to be the party champion. In addition, when it does so, this model and the initial target model each restore 1 stamina. So there is a bit of a bonus there. Now, what do Puncture and Revitalize do? Let's find out. So Revitalize is once per round, if this model suffers any damage whilst it's wearing heavy armor in the body slot, it may take a heavy armor skill test. If the test is passed, the model adds yellow to all of its attack rolls for the remainder of the round. Okay, pretty good. take a hit back harder. And then Puncture is melee attack boost, so spending a stamina for it. When attacking with a weapon of the sword type, this model may use 1 stamina to add the bleed damage type to the attack roll. Very cool. Inspired. Goes up a point of strength, which is good. Goes up a wisdom. Goes up a stamina. And gains reflect blows. Reflect blows. It sounds like a shield thing. I'm assuming it's a shield thing. It's not a shield thing. It's a heavy armor thing. There we go. When this has heavy armor equipped and survives an enemy melee attack, i.e. it's not incapacitated or removed from play, this model may take a heavy armor skill test, rolling its armor rating as though it were a melee attack. Targeting the enemy that attacked it. No special effects can be applied to this attack. The enemy model may defend itself as normal. Okay, so it's just a free attack, basically, but using your heavy armor skill. Okay, cool. So the better the armor you've got, the more potential damage you can do back. Yeah, not a bad character. Very expensive at 74, a little bit cheaper than Ulfric, but I think that puts him at roughly the same cost as the Dragonborn, if I remember rightly. And he's definitely a bit more difficult to use than the others. He's not just your normal sort of run in and beat stuff up type character, but he does make others better, which is good. So very interesting set compared to the Stormcloaks. Very different. You've got some decent characters in both the captain and Riki if you want some damage dealt. You've got some slightly more average damage coming out of the headsman, but an awesome model, so you should use it anyway. The Priestess is a great healer, and then you've got Talis, who is definitely your leader type character, who probably quite tricky to use, but definitely will require a bit more thinking about how you use him in a game. And again, probably don't want to be using him in the cheaper games. Probably want to be using him in slightly more higher septim points games, just to make the most out of his command abilities. But yeah, thanks for watching. We will have a look at the other terrain pack that came in the set at some point. Also, obviously, we've had the news of the Draugr Ancients and the other Draugr pack being released next. They're on pre-order now. So I've asked my local store to order me some of those in. So we'll get a chance to have a look at those when they come in. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned to the channel. Please subscribe if you like what we're doing. And look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.